Ever wondered what Omen's feud with Viper is all about? Or how Omen became the shadowed figure he is today? Well, hello, my name's Illumi, and today I'll be your guide through Omen's past and his conflict with Viper. Omen's search for answers has always been met with radio silence wherever he looks. That is, until he saw ISO. ISO was an assassin for hire for an organization called the Scions of Hourglass. But upon joining the Valorant protocol, he decided to cut all his ties with his former employer. This wasn't an easy feat though. As an assassin for hire, he was contracted to kill someone on the Valorant protocol, Omen. Instead of killing him, he teamed up with the very person he was contracted to kill. Upon seeing the symbol for Hourglass the ISO wore, Omen suddenly has a memory, or at least a glimpse of one. Omen doesn't know anything about his past. If you've noticed, he's basically a phantom of a person, and ever since he became like that, he's had no memory at all of his life beforehand. That is, until he saw the Scions of Hourglass symbol. He can't remember anything specific about it, but he knows that he used to know that symbol. And now, ISO has been contracted to kill him, but why? What has he done that warranted his death? Done waiting around for answers, Omen uses this opportunity to finally get the answers about his past. If you listen to these voice lines, you can hear just how pained Omen has been the last few years living in the unknown.
How many truths has their Omen uncovered? Whatever he knows, it will be mine. I'll kill that Omen. I'll take his memories. I will remember. I remember that it always ended in death.
He wants to take this opportunity to learn about his past as much as he can from ISO, but Viper's concerned. She says, Omen is unstable. His obsession with ISO is more than a distraction. It's a clear and present danger to Valorant. What if a return of memories triggers an episode? We don't truly know what Omen's capable of, and there's too much we don't know about ISO. We can't risk putting these two in the same room. Do not disregard my concerns. Viper is clearly concerned about what will happen if/when Omen remembers his past. She's almost begging Brimstone not to let Omen and ISO share intel in case Omen remembers his past. And Viper isn't one to beg. That's what people do to her, not the other way around. As odd as it is, her advice is not heeded. Immediately after, Omen sends this email. ISO reached out because he needs help, and I need answers. Working together is our best chance at learning more about the organization that controlled him, forcing him to be a killer. Look at the intel we gathered on the target. Let me pursue this. Order the raid. Whatever happens, my family is Valorant. You have my word. Nothing is going to stop Omen from getting answers, not even Viper. So the team begins prepping a mission to cut ISO's ties with Hourglass while finding answers to Omen's past. The first step is finding the boss of Hourglass, as ISO calls him. Cypher and ISO head to one of their surveillance bases in Casablanca, Morocco. After Cypher eliminates a few of the Hourglass crew, ISO asks the remaining person where he can find his boss. The answer they get points them to Jakarta, Indonesia. Sova, Cypher, and Omen make their way there to confront the boss. Sova and Cypher take up recon while Omen takes on the fight. After removing an impressive number of Hourglass grunts, Omen heads up to the penthouse at the top where the boss is scurried off to. He takes out the employees guarding the boss, after which we see this interaction take place.
Nice to see you again.
Tell me about Shrouded Step.
Straight to the point. Always was your style. Sorry. We cannot have you vanishing again. Ghost. Shrouded Step was a simple directive. Kill. You were our most talented asset. Who better to safeguard our secrets? To keep the discovery of Radianite from a world that wasn't ready. Imagine our surprise when we realized who you were. And that you became one of them. Tell me, Omen, what hurts more? Being ripped apart by this machine, or knowing your greatest failure? Now hold your leash.
Omen not only discovers his past, but he now discovers that he was the very monster he feared. He was an assassin for Hourglass, sent to kill those who were researching Radianite. According to the boss, they were trying to snuff out everyone who knew about or was studying Radianite because they thought the world wasn't ready. As the chief scientist studying Radianite Kingdom, Viper was Omen's target. Viper's real name is Dr. Sabine Callis, and in her lab was a machine that caused multiple beams of pure Radianite energy to hit whatever was put into the test chamber. This was likely used to study the effect of Radianite on different things. As she was researching, Omen was sent to kill her. In self-defense, Viper threw her corrosive toxins at Omen's face, which appears to eat through the hazmat suit and helmet he was wearing. In his pain, Omen stumbles into Viper's Radianite test chamber. To prevent him from attacking again, she activates the chamber and pure Radianite energy rips and shreds Omen's body apart over and over across space-time. You'd think that after that, he would have died. But instead, by some means we don't fully understand, he was stabilized, potentially by Sage. Through this Radianite exposure and subsequent stabilization, Omen gained his radiant powers that allow him to manipulate shadows and teleport. Outside of his combat powers, he also seems to have the ability to sense emotions and disruptions in the life and death balance. We've seen him react to Sage's healing power and distress in the Revelation cinematic, as well as questioning Sage's healing and resurrection that caused him to feel an unnatural shift in this balance. However, after Omen finds out about his past, he is filled with rage and attempts to kill the boss of Hourglass. We aren't sure if the boss perishes or not, but ultimately the team got the answers they came from, at least for now. After having remembered his past, Omen understandably doesn't know how to process everything he's just learned. He sends these voicemails to Brim.
She knew who I was this whole time. She knew so much more than me. Why didn't she tell me? Why couldn't she help? Does she think that I'm some kind of monster? I will speak with her soon. But now I need more time. Brimstone, just know this. I am not my past.
He assures Brimstone that he is not his past. He's resolute in affirming that he has changed. He is not going to align with the evils of Hourglass like he did before. However, Omen is so frustrated that Viper never told him his past. The thing that kept him up countless nights and the memories he desperately wished to remember, Viper knew. But Viper was afraid of who Omen would become if he discovered his past. We can see from the previous email she sent that she was worried sick about what Omen might try to do to her again if he remembered. Would he remember who he was before and go right back to his previous mission directive to kill her? As often as Omen was kept awake wondering who he was before, Viper likely had as many sleepless nights with nightmares filled of Omen trying to kill her. Listen to her voicemail.
Liam, we need to talk. When Omen didn't know about his past, he was contained, a known entity. We kept him in the dark to protect both him and us. I had to lie to him. He tried to kill me. Now he's starting to piece things together, and I can't anticipate his actions now. Will he retaliate? Maybe leave the protocol? There are too many variables out of my control. Keep an eye on him.
It's clear that Viper still feared Omen after all this time, even though there may have been trust on the combat field. And it also appears that Brimstone knew as well. They kept Omen in the dark to protect themselves from what might happen if he found out. But Omen was persistent in his search for answers. Was it worth it?
Brimstone. For years, the search to understand my own past drove me. I thought I could find peace by knowing who I am, who I was, but no. The truth has only led to more questions, more frustration. I lack focus. I lack clarity. I am no longer an asset to the protocol. I am going to leave for some time. I intend to recover, and I intend to return. I will find my own path along the way. Do not follow me.
After he sends this voicemail, we get an automated email at 3:13 a.m. stating that Agent 3, which is Omen, deactivated their tracking device and that he is heading north. He's not leaving forever, but he needs time away. Of course, Cypher immediately begins to track where Omen has gone. After a while of searching, he finds Omen in a library in Edinburgh, Scotland. It appears that Omen was after an Hourglass journal. In that library is where he meets Clove, the immortal Scottish controller. He wants Brimstone to recruit Clove to the VP, and he does. Deadlock is sent north to pick up Clove for training and decoding this journal that they found. And she tells Brimstone that Omen wasn't willing to talk, but he was cooperative. They just need to be patient. Even though Deadlock suggests patience, Sage feels too deeply for Omen to leave him alone, yet. She's concerned, and putting herself in his shoes, she understands the feeling of immense shame about your past because she has felt it too. Thinking she can help Omen, she heads to Scotland to talk to him and hopefully bring him back. This is her update after they talk. I met with Omen. We spoke at length, and I noted some immediate point I think we can act on. Most important, we should leave him alone. His trust in us has been deeply shaken, understandably so. He has promised to contact us when he uncovers more information, but right now, I want to let him work, heal, and be alone. I'll see you soon. And so, the team began to dig deeper into this journal and the secrets that Hourglass is trying to hide. We will explore what they found in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless. Bye!